one word, I think technology could be progress.
I find technology a bit geeky.
Like hard to understand.
I find it intriguing, actually.
I'm more interested on the output than actually knowing how it works.
This is our Premier League set, okay? So we take this on the road with us.
I'm just going to give you a bit of an insight into how important technology is for the work that we do.
It's Randall, and he scores!
Everywhere you look, if you actually think about it, technology exists, and if you guys can know about it, trust me, it will put you ahead of the rest. I think sport is a fantastic way to tell this story because everybody loves sport in one form or another, and they just assume when they turn on the telly that there's going to be a live Premier League or Champions League football match waiting for them. They don't actually realise how much effort goes into making that happen. So today they're being presenters and cameramen and soundmen and vision mixers, and we're giving them an insight into the technology behind it, and I think they're learning a lot. What do you think of the technology in the OB truck?
I want to say beautiful. We're discovering now like so many things about like what people don't see when they're looking at the TV.
Just thought about the final result. That's
really?
Yeah, no thought about this.
Part of the issue for young people now is that if they're not tech literate from a young age and they don't realise how important technology is in every aspect, they're basically going to be left behind by the time they leave school.
I've learnt about all the technology BT uses, the graphics, the replays, and there's just a lot more than you actually think goes on. Back to the studio.
Whatever the job is that you end up doing, technology is going to be at the heart of that job.
Well, technology is almost at the heart of all jobs now these days.
Can I convince you to become a Norwich City fan, not a Man City fan?
I think that interview's done.
See you later. Thanks a lot, Josh.
I didn't know like how much technology went into just watching a simple football match.
Every job right now is using technology, so no matter what I do, it's better like just to get used to it now.
You wouldn't expect technology to be used in so many things like daily life.
It's definitely changed how I think about it now. I've been pretty wowed.
So we've all seen today how much inspiring tech is in the things we love, and crucially, the important role it will play in the future of these guys. So, take tech mainstream! Woo!
Okay, so this is the set we use in our Premier League.
This paint, our finest masterpiece, our only portrait.
Here, where the chalk lies, we place our totems. These marks, where we make our mark. These lines, where stories are written. This is where we worship. This is our tarmac, where we mold our dreams. This is our mud, of which we're devoted. This is our track, the path that drives us. This is our field that gives us the courage. This is our palace. This is where we sacrifice. This is what binds us. These are our moments. This is our playground.
So, that's your playground, this is our playground.
Hello everyone. I believe that you can hear me in your school centre up there in Manchester. Nice to see you all, albeit just over a TV camera. So you've been seeing some stuff that we shot at White Hart Lane, haven't you, throughout the morning? I hope you've been enjoying yourselves as you've been learning all about tech literacy and the importance it's going to play in your life as you get older. But we kind of figured that it wouldn't be good for us just to show you some pre-recorded bits and pieces and let someone stand on stage and talk to you. We wanted to show you what it looks like when you do a fully live setup. So I've come to a special location and I'm going to do some live stuff and then we're going to show it to you guys as well. So it's a shame I can't be with you lot today, which would have been lovely, obviously, up there in Manchester. But I've come to somewhere a little bit different. So let's just sort of reveal to you the school that we've chosen to come and do this filming. It's got like a sort of strange grey bridge. I don't know whether any of you have ever been to a school that's got a bridge like that. Looks quite modern. A few nice trees, no leaves on them because of course it's winter time at the moment. And I believe that there's a silver door down there, which is the door that we're going to head through, and then there are some kids in there and I'm going to spend some time talking to them. So yeah, let's make our way through the door and I hope that you enjoy what we're going to be doing. It's a nice school, this, isn't it? Imagine coming to a school like this, you'd be so lucky. Right, so I think there are some kids through here. It's a shame it's not you guys, really, because that would have been fun, but... Do any of you watch BT Sports coverage of football? Good lad. So you recognise this, do you? Yeah. I tend to sit in this chair here and then we have all of our pundits sitting next to us. I feel quite at home when I see all of this. Just shout out a few things to me. What's the sort of biggest thing you've learned so far today?
All the technology in football.
Technology in football. Oh, they revealed the price of the cameras. Almost as expensive as the presenter. Yeah. What else have you learned? What does a ref have? Technology?
He has like the goal line technology on his watch.
Yeah.
So obviously it's set up on the goal line from cameras that are on like along the second tier or something like that.
And he also uses talkback because his assistant referees are talking to him the whole time.
And
so
obviously from the video they have the assistant referees have like that button on the bottom that sends a signal to him saying it's offside.
Yeah, and I guarantee you in 2 or 3 years we'll have technology in football, so if Man City can see the goal that you're unhappy with, Pep can have a challenge and he can ask to see that again. So.
But literally I'm right behind the window and sometimes I just poke my head up.
I know, we keep going, who's that kid who keeps poking his head up over the window? Send the security guards out.
I know, because across the stadium you have like a little person who's watching out.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because we're slightly, I mean obviously you wouldn't do this, but we're slightly concerned that people might not just poke their heads up, they might do something a bit ruder behind the screen. And there's nothing that technology can do to stop that from happening. Well done. Right, so this is what we call one of our trucks. This is where loads of exciting stuff goes on. And in here is a man called Chris Reilly. He's the sound supervisor, and he's responsible for making sure that when I talk on the television or when the commentators are commentating or the crowd are cheering, you hear it at home. And how many buttons have you got in front of you?
Lots and lots, Jake. Yeah. There's over 1,000 buttons on this desk.
Anyone watch rugby? Anyone see rugby? And do you know in rugby you can hear the referee? Yeah. And that's using a microphone, the very same as what I'm wearing right now. And we take that signal wirelessly back to the truck, and then we mix it back into them, so you can hear what's happening on the pitch. I, for one, would love to hear a microphone in football.
Hi, my name is Jamie Oakford, and I'm a match director for BT Sports. Go on the floor over there. On the floor, right in front of you, on the floor. Off the pitch. Just zoom in there, there he is, look. Okay, going at 2. Got a replay that. Flying, keep the referee in for now. The way I see it is my job is to tell the story of a football match, which to me is really giving the viewer at home the best seat in the house in terms of telling the story of the game, replays of incidents that they may want to see again, and basically capturing the emotion and the passion and the speed of the game.
So what you saw with Jamie was, he calls all the cameras, so he says coming to 1 and 1, coming to 2 and 2. So what that means is we've numbered these cameras today, so camera 1, 2 and 3. So when he's talking, he's telling the cameraman that I'm coming to camera 1, and 1 means it's a cue for the vision mixer to select the button and select cut 1. Coming to 2, cut 2. Does that make sense? So you're going to have to do a bit of that later on.
Hello, I'm Darren Fletcher. I'm the football commentator for BT Sport.
My job basically is to call out players' names when they've got the ball. You can see the pictures. We had a few facts and bits and bobs here and there with the rest of the commentary team, but we're basically there to provide a little bit of background noise to the commentary so you know who's got the ball at the key times in the game, and then of course when the goal goes in, we've got to go mad and make sure you enjoy it.
And then Harry Winks with a debut to remember.
The director has a button and he presses in the truck and it goes straight into Darren's ear, or whoever the commentator's ear is. Okay, so they're little things. It's all about communication. Communication is key. I'm not sure if you ever saw the video of, it's not dissimilar to an air traffic control. You know, have you ever seen a pilot talking? It's very limited words. There's lots of things like yes, check, confirmed. Yeah, it's keeping it to a minimum because it's all about, and there again, important things to realise. It's not just television that uses these skills, you know. When you're speaking on the phone to, say, somebody, you're in a call centre, okay? It's really important to speak clearly, and technology that powers that as well is really interesting. We're going to have a little look at some of the talkback stuff now in a moment.
So this is Mike Ellison. He's one of the cameramen, but he's actually what we call a steady camera operator. So we're talking about tech, and basically this is tech that enables you to do your job. I mean, if this tech hadn't been invented to create this amazing arm like this, you'd have a camera on your shoulders like the cameraman who's filming us right now, and it would be wobbling all over the place, and a football match would look completely different to the viewers at home, wouldn't it?
I'll get you guys to do some camera work. I'll get you guys maybe to do some sound stuff and put on some graphics and do some replays. This man here is jumping the gun. I'm going to show you how to do some replays and show you how slow motion works.
And off you go.
Hi there, and welcome to BT Sports coverage of the Champions League as Manchester City travel to Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany. I'm joined by our panel experts, so welcome Jake and Paul.
That was good. I'm out of a job here.
We're about to go live, right? We'll go live in 5.
Here we go, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, good evening. Today we're here to see Felicia, as you can see, throwing the ball into the bean bag or whatever it is. And let's go into the video.
Well done, mate.
That was a test.
It's a really close one. She has to improve. How do you feel, Ms. Director?
I think that it was a close shot, but I just didn't get it.
Can you see Grace?
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the studio.
Good lad.
I've been doing some graphics, like to put like our names on some videos. We've been editing some videos and zooming in, slowing it down and fast forwarding it. Yeah, I didn't know they had so much cameras, and they needed a commentator with so much technology all over the place. And yeah.
On the right hand side now, we've got a zoom button. On the left hand, basically, if you put your hand on that side, zoom in.
And go.
And hi guys, welcome to BT's coverage of Champions League as the mighty Manchester City travel to hard Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany. I am joined by our panel experts, so welcome Jake and Lorna.
Brilliant.
So, in my opinion, my best experience was in the OB truck because you see like the mastermind of how everything works, how everything's filmed, football, replay, so you just get to experience professional people's jobs and like their points of view. You wouldn't expect technology to be used in so many things like daily life. It's actually very surprising how much technology is used for like the simplest things. Technology is like, it's needed and it's everywhere.
You've only done it.
So, Lorna, what's your opinion?
I
of
think
the
they
game?
just need to believe in themselves and have confidence and make sure that they're always using good teamwork.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi and welcome to the Football Boom Challenge. We're being outside in the playground and my first football.
I'm wowed by how much technology can fit in a truck and how much you need just to get onto something simple. At first I used to think technology was just something people just used to do different type of things, but now I know that there are more different things that people use it for, and I know it costs a lot. The most exciting thing that I've learned today is the commentator's job, and I've had fun taking part in commentating on the bin challenge.
Who and where?
We've got 5 seconds to the end of the show, guys. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye. Back to the studio. I am so good at this.
In the future, I will definitely most enjoy to be a presenter because of what I've seen today, and it'll give me the opportunity to be in front of the camera more.
Oh, the camera watching me, you know. Hi.
You're getting all that information, you're getting all that noise all the time. You've got to deal with the auto cue, you've got the lights shining in your eyes, you've got the guests sitting alongside you. And even when all that's going on, you can't be distracted for one moment. You've still got to think of your question and do everything else. So it's a kind of weird job, because actually the presenter, strangely, is completely ignoring all the technology. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go? So just turn this and you'll see how it goes softer and softer, and then it comes into focus. So that's really clear bit there, and then it goes softer again, and then turn it the other way.
What was great about being in the truck was how all the camera feed just goes straight to it, and then like you can tell the cameraman what to do, like to zoom in on a certain person and hold it, and then you could see all the audio, change the audio if who's talking, and then you could also do the slow-mo instant replay and the super slow-mo, whatever it's more better, like with the slow-mo more clear and better.
It could happen, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Apart from the fact we're in a division worse than you.
Okay. Back to the studio.
Good lad.
Thanks guys, kick-off is just 10 minutes away. Here at Lucia Park at Euro Club. Look at our painting.
I've learned so many different things about technology, and it's definitely changed how I think about it now, because like there's so much more into it than people realize. Enjoyed actually the graphics part, because normally I love being at the camera, but today like it's shown me something different about it. It's much more sophisticated than some people think, because when somebody's looking at the TV, it's like they think it's only their camera and the microphone and that's it, like, but there's so much more into it than they realize. Actually, every job right now is using technology, so no matter what I do, I always we'll have to get used to technology, because each day technology is being more used, so it's better like just to get used to it now. Technology is used in every job now, and I think really it's going to be a massive thing in the future, which it is already right now. So yeah, I would definitely consider a job with technology.
I'm not sure how long we've got, so while Amy, you pop the headphones on here, and I'll set up everyone else up on the other cameras, and then we'll make sure everyone has a good go of it, and then they might, hopefully, your friends will start talking to us in the truck and give us some direction.
I've seen it like behind the scenes where.
Just so you know, when you get a red light, when you get a red light,
Yes.
So if we were broadcasting today, that would mean when the
Well, Josh, there is plenty of madness going on behind you.
Well and truly.
What have you made of today? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's gave us quite a few opportunities. Like, I've enjoyed it, especially doing the presenting a lot more.
Because I actually think I'm quite good at it, because I see it as like something I could possibly do in the future.
Brilliant. When I've had enough of it, right? You're not going to take my job, no?
I'll be looking to do that.
Look at that! He wants to steal my job.
Hello and welcome to BT Sports coverage of the Champions League as Manchester City travel to Borussia Mönchengladbach in Germany. I'm joined by our panel of experts, so please welcome, what's your name? Mikasa, Awa and Sarah. And I've realised that today, especially like when checking out the sound, I really struggled with that.
Why?
I don't know, it's just, I say it's one of the hardest jobs.
So when you look to the future and you say you want to be a TV presenter, you obviously understand that whatever the job is that you end up doing, technology is going to be at the heart of that job.
Well, technology is almost at the heart of all jobs now these days. So, no matter what, you are probably going to end up with a job, including technology.
So you've learned a lot today?
Definitely.
And what about your fellow pupils? They look like they've enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, I think they have enjoyed themselves. There's been quite a few laughs, especially with the kicking the bin challenge. Not many people have made it, but it's quite annoying when you don't make it.
There you go. It's all about having fun with technology as well.
Exactly.
And can I convince you to become a Norwich City fan, not a Man City fan?
I think that interview's done.
See you later. Thanks a lot, Josh. Unbelievable. He will have my job. He will have my job. Good man. Cheers, mate. Well, I thought you guys were fantastic, and I would say if I was to give you 3 tips for what it takes to be a good presenter, the first one is you've got one mouth and 2 ears, because the most important thing is to listen to your guests at all times. They might say something incredible and you've got to react to that. The second thing is for the people at home, you've got to make it as comfortable and as relaxing and as enjoyable as possible, so you need a nice smile on your face, and you've got to try and throw a few jokes and a few gags in there. And the final thing is just to be completely aware of all the technology around you all the time. So as the presenter, you're the one that's filtering the information from the cameras, from the auto cue, from the gallery, from the guests, from everyone, and you're the sort of one person that everyone at home sees. So it's a fun job, but it's quite tricky, isn't it? Well, well done. You guys were brilliant. I think in a few years' time you'll be doing my job.
It's been a really great day. It's been really fun. I've learnt loads of new stuff. You think at home you just watch a football game, but then there's so much behind the scenes.
I've been really wowed.
I would say that it's been amazing, and the experience has been fantastic and something that I never expected.
So I'll do my lines, and you're all going to look at that lamppost and say, "Take tech mainstream." In 3, 2, 1. Because it's going to be filmed on a drone above us. Just trust us, it will look perfect. It's another little bit of technology there for you. Ready? So I'm going to say, shh. So we've seen today how much inspiring tech is involved in the things we love and the important role it will play in these guys' futures. So, take tech mainstream! Were you all looking at the lamppost? Yeah! Hands up who wasn't looking at the lamppost.